figure staggering from the bushes. I'm so hungry. At first glance, she appeared to be a careless player who'd come down from the mountains in search for food. But then Tsukasa knows she was carrying a thick sword sheath. Stop right there, girl. The girl's gaze easily turned to Hitomi at that stern warning. Once she noticed Hitomi's outfit, her eyes widened. A maid? What's a maid doing in a place like this? Am I beginning to hallucinate from hunger? But even so, but even if I am, a maid with a chainsaw of all things? How bizarre. It is not bizarre. A chainsaw is standard equipment for a maid. Standard equipment. Then is that scrawny boy's standard equipment too? Scrawny, huh? Well, I suppose that expression isn't entirely wrong. I'm not a maid's standard equipment or a hallucination. I'm a flesh and blood human. A human? Then what about that maid? Yes, everything you're seeing here is real. The girl looked at Tsukasa with complete bafflement. She clearly wasn't in her right mind. Whether it was due to fatigue or if she was just that sort of person by nature, her comprehension speed was way too slow. Hey, what did you come here for? What do you mean? You're a player too, aren't you? Tsukasa was quickly growing tired of the girl's dull reactions. But suddenly, the still air shook with the sublime roar of her stomach. Are you like this because you really are hungry? Yes, I am hungry. That's why I can't think straight. Someone sure grew honest fast. So, what'd you come here for? I'm hungry, so share some of your food with me, please. I see. Is that it? Also, I want a Japanese sword if you have one. The sword's too difficult for me to handle. You really are an honest girl, aren't you? Hold on a second, sorry. Food and a Japanese sword. If that was all she wanted, then perhaps it would be possible to win her over with a little persuasion. After arriving at that conclusion, Tsukasa cleared his throat, ready to negotiate. Master Tsukasa, please fall back! Suddenly, Hitomi lunged fearlessly at the girl. She gripped the throttle on her chainsaw as she slashed it horizontally. The girl immediately intercepted with her sword, but the impact knocked the blade right out of her hands. What are you doing? I just want some food. Spare me your drivel. I will not allow you to show such disrespect by stealing Master Skasa's food. Unable to evade Hitomi's attack, several strands of the girl's hair scattered through the air. The girl took a giant leap back. She then turned around, escaping to the woods. I shall not allow you to escape! Hitomi glared at the girl's back with bloodshot eyes and moved to pursue. By this point, Skasa's irritation hit its boiling point. Wait, Hitomi. Where do you think you're going? To kill the intruder, of course. What else? Don't you need my permission for that? Hitomi's face worked with distress when she finally noticed Skasa's anger. But if we let this chance escape us... Which one of us thinks that? Me? Or you? Well... Speak up. Which one of us? Me. But... But, huh? So what you're telling me is that you don't like that I'm stopping you? I see. Fine then. Huh? If you want to go after that girl, then by all means, go ahead. But if you do so, I don't want to see you ever again. Surprised, are we? But I think I'm being rather reasonable. There's no point to keeping a maid who won't listen to her master, after all. No! I was only thinking of you! Wrong. You've constantly prioritized your own bloodlust over my orders, have you not? Have I ever ordered you once to fight? I haven't, have I? No! You are mistaken, Come now, what's wrong? Hurry up and go. Quit being a maid and go be the bloodthirsty beast you want to be. No! Please! Anything but that! I beseech you, Master Skasa! I am a maid! I could not go on if I was not one. So please, I implore you, let me stay with you. If you insist. Then... Yes, it's fine. I'll let you stay as my maid. I won't allow you to pull any more selfish stunts like you have today, so I'll set some ground rules. Yes, please instruct me as you will, Master. Let's see.
許可なく人を殺してはならない。
Number 1. You may not kill anyone without my permission.
2つ、僕の生命保持を第一とし、僕の命令には絶対服従でなければならない。
Number 2. You must obey all of my orders, with the preservation of my life coming first.
3つ、前の2つに反する恐れのない限り、お前は自己を守らなければならない。
Number 3. You are to protect your own existence unless it comes into conflict with rules number 1 and 2.
まあ、こんなところかな。
Well, that about covers it, I suppose. Scalzo had based his 3 rules off the 3 laws of robotics, devised by a famous science fiction author.
もし今の3つのルールが守れないようなら、お前は僕のメイドでも何でもない。
If you break any of these rules, you won't be my maid or anything.
一つでも破ったら、お前はただの獣だ。わかったね。
You'll be nothing more than a beast. Are we clear?
かしこまりました、ご主人様。
Understood, Master.
このカスや瞳、命に代えましても破らないとお約束いたします。
I swear in the name of Hitomi Kasuya to uphold these rules.
あ、そう願うよ。
Good. That's what I want to hear. Scalzo didn't know what had happened in Hitomi's past. But their attachment to maids clearly went beyond obsession. There was also her fear of the word beast.
やれやれ、一時はどうなることかと思ったけど、これでようやく落ち着いてクリアを目指すことができそうだ。
Oh, brother. For a moment I thought everything would go to hell, but now it looks like I can finally focus on winning this game in peace. Scalzo looked at his loyal servant. You can now see an invisible chain tied around her neck. One second, sorry. Okay. The night of the game's second day was shrouded in a thick veil of darkness. Haruna Hosotani stood at the veranda of the mountain cabin and glared into the pitch-black forest. The evening wind blew through the trees and shook bushes here and there. Haruna curled her hands into fists, feeling that May could be hiding in any one of them. Her heart froze when she recalled the events of the day. Had she messed up, then May would have killed Shuhei. And there was no doubt the people running this game were hoping for such a tragic outcome.
させない。
I won't let them.
お兄ちゃんは誰にも殺させない。
I won't let anyone kill my big brother. The wind blew again, its whispers mixing with the rustling of the leaves. Just then, Haruna sensed someone exiting the cabin. She heard the sound of firm footsteps in an accurate rhythm, taking the shortest path possible. Haruna quietly restrained the emotions that swelled in her when she heard that familiar walking. She turned around when the door opened and saw Shuhei. He smiled at her, although somewhat stiffly, just like when they were kids.
春菜、寒くはないか。
Are you warm enough, Haruna?
うん。
Yes, I'm fine.
そうか。ならいいんだが。
I see. Well, that's good.
どうしたの？見張りの交代までまだ時間はあるはずだけど。
What's wrong? It's not time for us to change watch shifts yet, right?
ああ、なんか落ち着かなくってな。
Yeah, I just couldn't relax in there.
琴美は？
What about Kotomi?
奥でちょっと休んでるってさ。
She's resting inside. I see.
難しいかもしれないけど、お兄ちゃんも休めるときに休んだ方がいいわ。このゲームはこれからどんどんきつくなるから。
I know it might be hard, but you should rest while you can. This game's going to get harsher and harsher.
それはルール的にってことか。
You mean the rules will, right?
探るような言い方だったな。
Sorry. I wasn't trying to probe.
いいのそれは仕方のないことだから
No, it's okay. It's only natural given the circumstances.
いや、妹のお前を疑うなんて最低だ。
No. I'm horrible for doubting my own sister.
気にしないでじゃないと私も変に意識しちゃうから
Don't worry about it. Or it's going to bother me too.
分かった。お前が言うならそうするよ。
Alright, if you say so.
ところで春菜、隣いいか？
By the way, can I come over to you? Sure. Haruna nodded and Shuhei finally walked up next to her. Were it 10 years ago, he likely would have gone over to her without asking and rustled her hair. The cold night air seemed to chill Haruna's heart at that reminder of how long they spent apart.
ねえお兄ちゃん聞いてもいい
Hey, big brother, can I ask you something?
お兄ちゃんはこれまでどんな風に生きてきたの
What kind of life have you lived up till now?
どんな風にって？
What do you mean?
だって私あれからお兄ちゃんがどうしてたか全然知らないから
I mean, I don't know a thing about what happened to you after that day.
そっか、そうだよな。
I see. That's true.
でも割と普通だったよ。
But it was relatively normal.
普通
Normal?
あ、
Yeah.
今じゃ考えられないことだけど、俺は春菜と離れ離れになった後、いつも誰かを殺すことばかり考えていたんだ。
That said, while I couldn't imagine doing it now, after we were separated, I thought of nothing but killing people for a while.
もしもこの手に銃を握っていたら、目に映る奴らをみんな撃ち殺してやるのに。
I used to think that if I had a gun in my hands, I'd kill everyone I saw.
いつもそんな風に世界を恨みながら生きてきたんだ。
During that time, I lived while hating the world in that fashion.
そしてある日、俺はそれを実行に移そうとした。
Then one day, I tried to make that reality.
公園でちょうどいい女の子を見つけて、特に理由もなくそいつを殺してやろうと思ったんだ。
I found the girl all alone in the park and decided I'd kill her for no particular reason.
そうすることが俺にできる唯一の復讐だと思っていた。
I thought it was the only way I could get back at the world,
でもそんなことはできなかった。
but I couldn't do it.
俺が目をつけた女の子は信じられないくらい明るくてお人よしで、俺の魂胆になんか全く気づいていなくて。
The girl I set my sights on was cheerful like you wouldn't believe, kind-hearted, and never the wiser to my ulterior motive.
そのうちに俺は毒気を抜かれてしまったんだ。
And eventually, those dark thoughts just faded away.
もしかしてそれが琴美
Is that Kotomi?
あ、そうだ。
Yeah, that's right.
琴美と出会ってから俺は変わった。
I changed after meeting her.
琴美が生きている世界を俺も愛せるようになったんだ。
I found I could love a world that had her in it.
それからは本当に普通の生活だったよ。
After that, I started to live a truly normal life.
そりゃあ人よりは苦労も多かったけど、
It was a lot harder than the average person's.
普通に勉強して普通にバイトして、たまに琴美と街に出かけたりして、俺はそうやって今まで生きてきたんだ。
But I study and work just like everyone else, and even go out to the city with Kotomi sometimes. That's how I've lived up until now.
そっか
I see.
確かにそれは普通かもね
Perhaps that really is normal.
春菜はお前の方はどうだったんだ？
What about you, Haruna? How's your life been?
私
Me?
私も普通だったか
Pretty normal too, I guess.
な新しいお父さんとお母さんが優しかったし、そりゃ最初は全然言うことを聞かない不良娘だったけど
My new parents were nice people, and while I was a real delinquent who didn't do anything they said at first,
そのうちお 弟と妹もできて、そんなことも言ってられなくなった。
I got a little brother and sister in time. I couldn't say things like that anymore.
それからは私も普通に勉強して、普通にバイトして、普通に兄弟たちの面倒を見る。
After that, I studied, worked, and took care of my little brother and sister just like everyone else. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. But then one day, the brilliant color had faded from Haruna's day-to-day life. Whether it was spending time with her beloved family or talking to her classmates at school, her life was in a constantly wretched contrast of black and white. In the game, she rediscovered the color she thought she'd lost without even realizing it. But what Haruna wanted was for those colors to return to her day-to-day life. She became a slave of the game's administrators for that purpose, killing countless players. But each and every one of them must have had irreplaceable lives too. Lives filled with beloved friends and family they held dear in the same way Shuhei did. Haruna's son looked down on her hands. They were seeing the foul red of the blood of all the people she killed up until now.
おい、春菜。
Hey, Haruna? Shuhei looked at Haruna's face with concern. Haruna thought she could see countless ghosts behind him. At that moment, she began shuddering all over. Unable to stop it, Haruna quickly plunged into Shuhei's arms.
春菜、お前急にどうしたんだ？
Haruna, seriously, what's wrong?
お兄ちゃん、
Big brother,
私、怖い、
I'm scared.
怖いよ。怖いよ、お兄ちゃん。
I'm scared. I'm so scared. Everything before her grew hazy. Her mind was becoming a muddled mess. But Shuhei wrapped his arms firmly around her, keeping her from falling into the monochrome world.
春菜、大丈夫か？お前には俺がついている。
It's okay, Haruna. I'm here for you.
俺がこの悪夢のようなゲームから必ずお前を救い出してやる。
I swear I'll save you from this nightmare we're in. I don't want to lose him. Even if he's nothing more than a color the administrators intentionally got into the game. Haruna thought that as she basked in Shuhei's warmth. Oops, sorry. And when the night grew thick... 1 second, taking a quick drink break. Okay, done. Hasune Toda found her still in the dark shed, at the mercy of Daisuke's whims.
ほら、初音ちゃんってば、ちゃんとご主人様の言うこと聞きよって。
Come on, Hatsune, you gotta do what your master tells you.
もうやめてください。
No, please, no more.
初音を、もうこんなの嫌なのです。
I can't stand this anymore.
なーに言ってんの？ほら、あーんってしなよ。あーんって。
What are you talking about? Come on now, open wide. Daisuke grabbed Hasune's chin and pushed something dirty down her throat.
食べた。
You actually ate it!
ねえ初音ちゃん、お味はどうだった？美味しかっただろ？
Hey Hatsune, how's it taste? Is it delicious? Daisuke flashed an amused smile. However, he didn't know if the loads of mushrooms he picked in the woods were actually edible. They had a rather sickening color to them, as if to say they were poisonous.
あれ？初音ちゃん、なんで泣いてんの？
What's this? Why are you crying, Hatsune? Because you're so cruel.
おいおい、別にひどかねえだろ。
Oh no. No, I'm not.
俺なんて初音ちゃんのために食料を探しに行って、わけのわかんねえ男に殴られちまったんだぜ。
Some guy punched me the hell out when I went to find food for you, you know?
だったらもうちょっと俺に優しくしてくれてもいいんじゃねえの？
So can't you try being a little nicer than me?
だからさ、初音ちゃん、美味しいって言ってみなよ。
Go on. Why don't you tell me just how delicious that was? No.
あっそ。じゃあ俺も初音ちゃんにひどいことしちゃおっかな。
Oh, I see. Then why don't I show you how cruel I can be? What are you doing?
実は俺がさっき食った食料を見つけた時にさ、一緒にこんなもんも入ってたんだよね。
Remember that food I just ate? Well, this baby came along with it. Daisuke pulled out a sheath knife with a blade of about 20 centimeters long from behind his waist. Hatsune's whole body froze when he slowly brought the blade to her cheeks.
ほら、どうする？言うこと聞かないと、その綺麗な肌をナイフでスーってやっちまうぜ。
Well, how about it? I'm gonna make a great big mess of your pretty skin if you don't listen to me.
芸能人は顔が命なんだろう？いいのかよ。傷物になってもさ。
A star's face is her life, right? You sure you want to face your public all scarred up?
つうわけでもう一回聞くぜ。初音ちゃん、美味しかっただろ？
Now you get the picture. Let me try again. Was it delicious? It was delicious.
よしよしよしよし、よくできました。
Wonderful. Perfect. Great job.
つうか、落ち目とはいえアイドルを飼ってるなんて、俺ってマジですごくね？ね、すごくね？
Look, I've made an idol my pet even if she is on the wane. I'm seriously amazing, aren't I? Hey, aren't I?
しかしまあ、最初はどうなることかと思ったけど、武器も手に入ったし、なんつうかマジで楽しくなってきちゃったな。
Still, I was kind of worried about how things would go at first, but now that I've got a weapon, things have gotten really fun, haven't they?
あ、そうだ。せっかくだからもっとペットを増やすって手もあるな。
Oh, right. While I'm at it, I'm planning to give you a few more buddies.
昼間会ったゆいちゃんとかことみちゃんとか、マリコはうるせえからいらねえけど、さらってこれたりしねえかな。
Like that Yui chick I met today, or Kotomi. Mariko's a bitch, so she can go fuck herself. It may be fun to watch her squirm.
やっぱ俺って天才かもな。
Ah, damn, am I a genius or what?
いやー、こうやっていろいろ考えてるとマジで希望がいっぱいだよね、初音ちゃん。
Man, the future's just full of great possibilities. Isn't it, Hatsune?
おいおい、釣れねえな。初音ちゃんに喋ってんだから反応してくれよ。
Hey now, can't you play along? I'm the one telling you all this, so show some reactions.
ま、泣かぬなら泣かせてみよう、ホトトキスか。
Well, if you won't sing for me, I'll make you sing.
てなわけで次は本命のこのキノコを言ってみよっか。
Anyway, that said, let's get back to the meal. Time for the main course. And with that, Daisuke brought out the most sickening mushroom Hatsune had seen that night. No! Daisuke, please! I can't do this anymore. If I eat that, I might actually die.
大丈夫だってハツネちゃん。
Oh, don't be silly, Hatsune.
人間ってそんなに簡単に死なないもんだからさ。
People don't die that easily. Daisuke brought himself toward Hatsune again. His face was not the mask of kindness and consideration he'd first shown her, but the face of a man ruled by twisted desires. Day 3. Hatsune Toda let out that sound when she felt the liquid covering her body go cold. Lying on the floor in front of her was Daisuke, his face warped in agony. Huh? What? She didn't know what to say at times like these. She acted out a variety of situations in practice before, but never one quite like this. Is he dead? The lines that poured forth from her lips trembled with pain. The sensation of the knife in her hands felt worlds away. I did this? She hadn't needed any special skills or strength. She just stolen the knife from Daisuke when he was trying to subject her to his whims again, and plunged it into his throat. Everything after that happened in the blink of an eye. Up until then, Hatsune had never known just how warm blood was. How unpleasant it was to see people's faces twist with anguish, moan with agony, and convulse when they died. But even that memory is growing cold like the ebbing of a tide. It's over now? It's finally over? It was so anticlimactic. It hadn't been difficult at all. She simply pushed once and pulled it to the side. Nothing more, nothing less. Seriously, that was it? It really was as easy as that, wasn't it? If it was so easy, then why didn't I do this from the start? Seriously, why? How did I... How did I do it that easily? Hasane's eyes welled with tears the moment she asked that. The teardrops gushed out one by one.
涙が出てくるんですか？
Why am I crying?
もう嫌なのはなくなったのに。
I mean, it's all finally over.
嬉しいのにどうした？
I'm happy, so why?
大輔、教えてなのです。
Hey, Daisuke, tell me.
初音は頭悪いからわからないのです。
I'm stupid, so I don't understand.
初音は
I'm... As she heard her PDA beep, it finally came back to Hatsune. Her clear condition called for the survival of all players. I see. I forgot all about it. And yet I killed Daisuke.
ルールを破った初音も
I broke the rules, so am I gonna die too? Even if she were, Hatsune wasn't scared. Just then, a message played from her PDA.
参加者の死亡によりステージがランクアップしました。
Due to a participant's death, the stage has been upgraded.
ただいまよりゲームはセカンドステージに突入します。
The game's second stage will commence henceforth.
クリア条件が更新されています。各自パーソナルデータを確認してください。
Your clear conditions have been updated. All players, please check your personal data at this time. Second stage?
何のことを言っているのですか？
What do they mean by our clear conditions have been updated? Confused, Hatsune took out her PDA and opened her personal data screen as instructed. This is...
知らなくても済む。
So I don't have to die?
なんでこんな
But... why this?
にはこんなこと無理に決まってるのです。
There's no way I can do something like this.
初音にはナイフしか機能だって
Not when all I have is a knife and a worthless special function. Huh? What?
何のアイコンなのですか？
What's this icon over here? Hatsune operated her PDA with her frozen fingers. She checked the new icon. The scent of Daisuke's blood now worlds away. I see. So that's how it was.
初めからこういう役目だったのですね。
This was to be my role from the very start, wasn't it?
そういえば大輔が言っていたのです。
Yes. Now that I think about it, it's just like Daisuke said.
このゲームはそういうゲームだって。
This is just that kind of game.
このゲームの中で何をしても許されるって。
We're free to do whatever we want.
だから初音は流れてきた板にしがみついただけなのです。
I'm just holding on to the plank drifting at sea, that's all.
初音が生き残るためには
And to ensure I survive,
他の青年に一人残らず溺死させなきゃいけないのです。
I have to let all the other sailors drown.
そうですよね。大好
Isn't that right, Daisuke?
きカルネアデスの板の話だ。
That's what the Plank of Cogniades was all about, wasn't it? All players except yourself die. That was Hatsune's new clear condition. And as if to affirm her actions, Daisuke's special function had been added to her special function field. Acquire the special functions of all deceased players. That was the new power that had been granted to Hatsune. A stream of tears rolled down Hatsune's cheeks. They mixed with the blood splattered on her face and evaporated as mere liquid. Alright, new opening. This has spoilers, so look away if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream right here for today. So yeah, the second stage just started, and because it's happened earlier and the team structures are all different, things are most likely going to turn out quite different this time around, but we'll have to see how that goes next time. Until then, I'll see you all later.